Hello everybody and welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm. So I am just making a start and moving this seed out the way, because in the previous, definitely the last episode, but maybe even in the other one before, it was just getting in the way. So anyways, we're getting this moved and then we're going to have to make our way over to sort out our hay bales, because the plan is to hopefully go and get some cattle today, which if that's what we're going to do, I want to, let's just check in the use sale. It's not there. We are going to go down to animal transport and we're going to buy ourselves. I think we're just going to buy this outright. The I for Williams livestock trailer, which can hold 6 cows. So if we were to buy 6, we could take them all back in one go. Let's get that bought, and then that can just stay down at the dealership for the time being, because obviously, like I say, we need to get these bales of oopsie we need to get these bales of hay moved. I do also just want to ask, because I know these the survival series has, or survival challenge I should say, has started to come back in, because I had a week of just doing Witcombe Park Farm and we've gone back to 4 days a week. I did ask how the sound was coming across the audio, especially from my mic, and 1 or 2 people got back to me, which I really appreciate, because it's how I can help try and improve things. And one of the comments was that the sound was it was only going through one headphone. So what I've done is, I presume it was an OBS problem of where I had done something wrong, but I've clicked a button called mono, which, as far as I am led to believe and I'm aware, that then copies the audio from one channel, puts it down into 2. So please do, if you are using headphones, please do let me know whether that has fixed and rectified that problem. In the meantime, however, we are going to get on and get all these hay bales moved, well, stacked and moved, which, as you can see, 120 bales, there's a fair few. I did just gather up those ones off camera that had gone down to the railway line, because considering I am trying to play this somewhat realistic, I thought driving over someone else's field probably wouldn't be the most realistic of things for viewing. Right, let's try that again. You know what, we'll wait for that bale to get down to the bottom. The more I drive this Kramer, the more I really like it. It's just so nice to use and handle, and it's so sharp as well. It's a brilliant mod. And that last bale in the heads there, I only realised that was there because I have the what's it called now? Show bale location on the easy development mod, or easy dev mod. I've put that on just so that I could find all the bales when they went here, there, and everywhere. And I probably have put too much hay into that barn down there, but it's fine. It'll all be eaten at some point, I would imagine. But alright, let's go onto here. And let's try and find, where is the animal dealer? Should there be? an animal icon or not. If we go to here and let's find straw, that must get sold to the animal dealer. No? Okay, let's go find silage then. Where is silage? Stable bales. Farm shop buys. Where is... Can I find it on here? No, that's my one. How do I find the animal dealer? Let me go down to our cow barn, and then I can go because I know I can buy from the menu, but I'd rather not be buying from the menu if I can help it. So we'll go down here and see whether this will show us where it is. Well, after a few phone calls, I've realised I've been very, very blind, like I did with the bale storage down here. It is just over there, next to field. I can't remember which one it is now. It is, if we go on to here, this is the animal dealership where Katie is, next to our field 59. So we'll go to the dealership first, we'll pick up our cattle trailer, and then we'll go down there. I also need to have a think and have a look, because there's some new breeds, I think, in this map, which we can now go and have a look and see what they are. If they can produce milk, then we will go for them. That just makes the most amount of sense. But it'll have to be later on if we go down the beef side if they don't produce milk. I love this mod already. Just to have a brand like this into the game, like, it's awesome. I think before, when I've used I for Williams, you know you can't use. They weren't on Mod Hub, I should say. Right, obviously this one is. So let's put our electrics in, and we can now go to the animal dealer and see what they have for us. So I believe it'll be this gate just here. Yeah, it must be. There's Katie. She's all the way down over there. And then yeah, we've got all our animals here. I do love that trailer. That just looks so nice. And I'm glad we went for a smaller trailer, because this looks like it could be quite narrow to get into here. With a bigger trailer you'd struggle. But right, let's pull into here. Like so. And if we... There we go, we can unfold that. I think. What's happening? Okay, we don't want that because we're going for we're going for cows. Oh, can you open the back door? Not that I can see looking on that, which is fine. But let's go on to here. So let's scroll down. What have we got? So we've got Jersey cattle. So the Jerseys will do milk for us. Water buffalo, we're not going down that route. We've got the Highland cows. We've got the Hereford cows. So these are, so Hereford will be beef cattle. Limousine, we've had them, and Angus. Right. This is where we're going. We're going to be getting Jersey cattle to go into our barn down at that bottom. Annoyingly, though, there's only one that's worth, worth buying. Let's click that. Let's buy, so that's one into there, and we will just go have a word with Katie and see whether she's got any other cows anywhere. Where is she? That she's not telling us about. But luckily for us, she does. So if we get back into here, we can then go and get ourselves a few more. So if we go right down to the bottom, I think we need to make sure that we put one or two young in, so that would be a good one to put in. That one's all right. Well, they're all very... Well, that one. They're all very, very good. Let's go up to here and just have a look. So that is 32 months old. Everything very good or extremely high. Oh, let's go for the breeding side. Let's go for that one. We just don't have... The only thing that's slightly concerning is obviously you got your water buffalo and your water buffalo bulls. There is no Hereford bull. which I hope that won't be a problem later on down the line. Let's get that one. So that's 3, so 4 with the one on the trailer already. And then that's 5. And then let's go for that one. 6. So buy selected, £8,000. This is soon becoming very, very expensive for us. But I think that now, I've got one that will definitely milk, and then the rest are younger. But like I say, we've got the bedding in, so we can start to get the manure out, which is something a viewer mentioned about whether I knew how the manure system works. I will now be able to figure that one out as and when we go through. So yeah, I'm just trying to look long term to make sure that we have money coming in, because obviously playing in hard is not the easiest, especially when you're used to playing on easy mode all the time. So, I imagine this door will open. Yeah, that's... There we go. So we can now look to put these in. So they've got food, they've got bedding. It'll be automatic water, I would imagine, being in the barn. Right, where is... I've lost sight of that door now. Oh, there it is. Let's just reverse this back into here. And select all, move selected, yes please. And what I am just going to have a quick look at is if I pull out the way, I want to see whether, because obviously you can do artificial insemination. So, you go close, there we go. See whether we can do that for the Jersey. Where is it? Assisted breeding, here we go. Here we go down to the bottom. No. So I don't quite know. What's this warning me for? I don't quite know what we're going to do with that for. I hope I haven't made a mistake doing that. I don't think I have done, but if we've got a different animal type, I'd like to use a different animal type, if you know what I mean. Right, where can we go and just park this out the way? I really need another barn down here. If we could get a barn here, which then you could put bales in, and then some of your livestock equipment, that would be brilliant. Right, let's leave this here. Like so. Now let's go and find where is the fence. Right, it's in the workshop, because our grass field will want us. It needs a layer of fertilizer put on, and I believe if it's got the sprayer on, we may still have herbicide in there. So once we put the fertilizer on, I may even look to go see if we can do a contract just to bring some money back in, because we are spending everything as we speak. No, it's completely empty, so we must have run the herbicide out in the previous field. So put 1,000 and some litres in there. And whilst that's doing that, contracts, fertilising, that's a big one. So's that one. If we were to go there, we would need to swap the tractor over, because that would be a bit too steep, I imagine, for us. Yeah, they're not on the best of places, really. What else have we got? We've got a herbicide one. We may go do that one, because we haven't been over there. And if that's... It's definitely a herbicide, isn't it? Yeah, remove the weeds. We can go to the dealership and try get the remainder of our herbicide tank there into here. Right, we're going to do that one as well. So accept that contract. Oopsie. Alright, so we are now going to go spray our grass off. We'll then come and dump our fertiliser back into here. Down to the dealership it will be then. Look at our cows playing. Yes, they'll be down to the dealership, fill up with herbicide, and then we can go spray the weeds off there. So we are getting a bit of money back. We're getting loads of jobs done there, to be fair, because our grass won't need anything doing thereafter. We're then sorting the herbicide that's just been left at the dealership for however long it's been left there, whilst getting a bit of money in, because we have been spending a fortune in this episode. I think it took us longer to find out how to get into the field than the actual spraying of the field itself. But anyways, we have used a lot more herbicide than what I thought we would use doing that. But anyways, at least it uses it up. We are going to have to buy some more, obviously, when we get to doing our fields. Anyways, let's go back to the farm. We'll unload this herbicide, and then we'll have a look to see if there's anything else on ours that needs doing, because if we go on to the menu, well, we can collect that, so that's £3,500. That doesn't even pay for the cattle we bought. And let's go to here. So weeds for us are non-existent. This field is getting worse and worse and worse, and I'm starting to think that I probably shouldn't have sold the plough, and that we should have kept it. So I am going to keep an eye on in here to see if just a little plough comes up, because if it does, our disc harrow won't be able to get rid of those the marks or the destruction in the soil, however you want to say it. So we will have to plough them out, and then we can go over with the disc harrows and sort it all out before we then go and drill. So that is just something else that we are going to have to go and do. It may be easier doing it that way than instead of doing a full reseed job, I think. I don't know. But yeah, it's just looking a bit rubbish. And so is is it the canola field or the wheat field? One of those ones isn't looking ideal in the slightest. That seems to have occurred some damage. Yeah, 59, that's got a lot of damage into it. But 47 and 97 seem to have survived. Alright, but anyways, I think let's go sleep, and then we'll go check on our cattle in the morning, because I think we've got to manually milk them now, so that there is only one that can be manually milked, so at least it makes that job a lot easier. So it says we've got a message in here, so let's have a look at what... Removal? How have we lost one already? And how can it be due to low health? They were perfectly fine before, like when we bought them. And if you look in here, we're full of food, full of straw, which I've used none. I don't really know what else they need. That's a big one though. That's the one we're going to go milk. Yeah, I don't think that can't be the case. But anyways, let's go over here and let's see what this is all about. So I imagine start milking. So that's one of them. Is the dial's going to start? If the dial start going up, that's going to be quite cool. 2. How many do we have that we can milk? Well, we've got 5, so should we just put 5 on? What's that? 4, 5. So let's see. Can we get out of it? There we go. I really like that. Although they're not the cows we've got, which is milking someone else's. That's quite cool. So milk-wise, where is... what's in here? So our milk tanks, does it tell us... is it going to give us a reading of... oh, look, you can get in through there. Let's go animals. I just want to see how... whether we've got anything that will say milk. Let's go down to milk on here. Alright, so milk 0 litres. Let's leave this for the duration of this month, or this half of the month. Leave these lot milking, and then when we move on a month, we'll check to see how much milk we've got. So I can't work out why it's saying that it's bad health. The only thing that I could possibly say is it is because these aren't in the realistic livestock. These are what Oxygen David's put in. Which I hope that's not the case, because I'm really rather keen to do these. And look at their tags, just all zeros. I don't know what's going to happen, whether we can keep these or whether we can't. I really hope that we can. But if they're just all, if we're going to just lose them all because we've got no males to put in and no health, that's not going to really be worth it. And if that is the case, I will add the money back if that's the case, because that's just a genuine error. That's nothing from our point of where we've done something silly. But anyways, what we are going to do though to finish the episode is we are going to borrow these items. And we're going to go do a wood transport just to bring in a little bit extra cash, because we've spent so much. We really need to make sure that we're bringing something else back in. So I will see you down at the dealership. Well, that was a long walk down. So let's put this on. We'll go put the trailer on, which is the lovely thing about this and the trailer. As long as I don't drive into the dealership itself, is with your crane being halfway, you can load up both of these relatively easily. So let's attach that. Are they electrics or hydraulics? It's electrics on the right, must be hydraulics on the left, maybe? I don't know. But right, where are we going from here? Okay, that's where that little shed is that we got lost with last time. Well, when we were trying to find the field to spray the herbicide. Uh-oh, is this going to be close? Oh! It wouldn't be close as long as I went straight through. Oh no! Come on, let's see. The trailer must be higher than... it can't be. I would have thought they'd be the exact same. How am I going to get out of this predicament? Right, we're getting there. As long as we go directly in the middle, we are alright, but there is next to no clearance of these at all. So if we can't get these logs sitting flush with the tops, then we can't come back through there. We'll have to go the long way around. Oh dear. Right, let's try to pull this up something like straight. Make our life easier. What have I just unfolded there? Oh, that does the mud guards. Okay, that's cool. Let's swap to there. Let's put this on. We'll jump into the crane and we'll get these loaded. You've got to be kidding me. There's another. I just looked at the map and I realised we could have avoided all of this if we'd just turned right instead, because I was under the belief we were going back to the main sort of town as it were, but we're not. We're going to I think it's the sawmill, but yeah, we're stuck again. Come on. Right. Oh, we're slowly moving. Come on, let's get us out. I think it's, well, we're going to have to start planning, if we do anything like this, start planning our routes to make sure that we don't get stuck as we are here, especially because this is only borrowed. The dealership won't be very happy with us. You wouldn't have believed it, as soon as I pressed pause on Stream Deck, it popped out. Oh, that's just typical. So I think I paused it there for all of a second, and now we're back. But right, now it's to get through the village. So I don't know whether it's one way or not, but we will go this way round. Try not to cause any more destruction and damage. Alright, this way, and then we'll come on. And for some reason, on my Thrustmaster, you have your thumb bit, where you've got your bit that makes you look around on the joystick, where you put your thumb on. My one, all of a sudden, I don't know whether it's too sensitive or what, I don't know, but in the last few episodes it does start flicking my view angle here, there and everywhere, so I've got to keep flicking it. So that's why, if you noticed, it's been moving slightly, that's why. So I can only apologise. Right, let's go to here, and we are to go, I would imagine, I can't remember after the last one, I imagine let's go here. I can't see why not. To put them in, yeah, 36, one environmental score. So yeah, that should be. I'm stuck. Oh, that's why. Right, let's go complete. So £10,000. Thank you very much. That was very much needed. So we are now back up to 45, just over £45,500. So probably I'll move us on off camera to April for the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.